Hello and welcome. Today we're going to look at how to better master the catch, whether you're flexible enough to get your elbow down to the bottom of the pool or if you're a bit stiff and have trouble doing it. And we'll look at both possibilities depending on whether you're flexible or stiff so you can manage to do it more easily. And as usual, the idea is to figure out, in terms of sensation, where you feel most comfortable doing it in a more natural way, even though it's not a natural movement at all. Alright, to start, we're going to use a wall. At some point we'll need a chair, we'll need an elastic band attached as well, either to a pole or a door, whatever works for you. And we're going to get into a plank position. So feet slightly apart, we lean forward. Right now I'm in a really easy plank. It should feel easy and light. So the very first step is really to gently push your shoulder in order to help you turn onto your side, onto your edge, starting from a position where you are facing the wall. Then you turn onto your side and come back here. And you really push through the shoulder, trying to almost dislocate it. Of course, take it gradually. Remember the important rule, no pain at all. You should definitely feel it working, but it should absolutely never hurt. So you do 5 or 6 repetitions on one side, then you repeat the same thing with your other hand placed on the wall, doing 5 or 6 repetitions on the other side as well. It should really rotate well. Come on, 2 more reps. Okay, relax. Now that we've really engaged, we're going to use the chair and see if we're mobile enough or not. So you point your thumb toward the sky, place your palm and your elbow to the side, toward the inside of your body. And what we're aiming to do here is to gently slide from the wrist to the elbow, moving slowly along the backrest of the chair to feel it better. So here, we're really focusing on a clear tactile reference, specifically the contact of the skin on the chair's surface. We're just trying to engage the shoulder to let the body turn and pivot a little. The shoulder engages, the other shoulder moves away, and we shift slightly to the side. Same thing, we do 5 to 6 repetitions on one side, and then same thing, 5 to 6 repetitions on the other side. Engage well, calmly, as if you are aiming at a point in front of you. Two more repetitions. 1 and 2. Okay, now what we're going to try to do, in addition to engaging, which is step 1, is move on to step 2. Place the crook of your elbow directly on the backrest of the chair to be well positioned and then be able to bend. Because with the elbow, there's only one option, you bend it. So it's the arm at the other end of the elbow that you need to position correctly, pointing in the right direction. Toward the floor, aiming toward the bottom of the pelvis. So 1, I engage, 2, I rotate. Let's keep going with this. 1, I engage, 2, I rotate. The tactile cue will help us feel things better and do them a bit more precisely. Alright, now do the same thing on the other side. I engage, 1, I rotate, 2. That's why we point the thumb toward the ceiling so that everything rotates at the same time. Because if we needed to rotate while our palm was already facing the bottom of the pool, with the inside of the elbow here, it can be done if we're precise enough. So, for example, with my left arm, I can manage to do it. But when I switch to my right arm, I have a much harder time doing it and maintaining it. My hand shifts a little bit, and even now I'm paying close attention. So that means that naturally, if I'm in the water, if I'm tired, or if I'm swimming at high speed, I'll have trouble doing it correctly with that arm. So if you can do this exercise well, it means you're mobile enough, and just by turning your thumb upward, you can rotate everything. You can try it again in the pool. It might be a bit more difficult in the pool. The engagement is pretty easy to separate. However, after that, the rotation and the flexion, we often tend to do them at the same time, which isn't a problem. What you need is to really feel it beforehand, so you can do it more easily from above afterward. Then, if you can't manage that, if you're not mobile enough, what you'll do is a mobility exercise. So the first exercise will be to try to put the inside of your elbow toward the ceiling in first, and then as much as possible toward the floor here. Inside of the elbow toward the ceiling, and then as much as possible toward the floor. And we go like this, calmly. As I just said before, the rule is no pain. We breathe slowly and do it very gently and smoothly. The idea is to mobilize. So it's about moving without necessarily trying to go fast. That's the best way to effectively gain range of motion, mobility, and precision in your movements. Okay, now same principle, but with a bit more freedom. We're going to push the chair far in front of us. Move the inside of the elbow as much as possible toward the ceiling or side, then as much as possible toward the floor. To the side, toward the floor. So here I'm deliberately keeping my hand firmly and steadily fixed, so I can work only on the arm. Alright, same thing on the other side. Really push through the shoulder. This makes it easier and is even more specific to what we want to do in the water. We rotate and then try to bring the inside of the elbow as much as possible. We rotate and try to go as far as possible. If it's hard to feel, don't hesitate to place your hand on your arm at the inside of the elbow to guide the movement. I'm not saying to force it, I'm saying to guide it, and that's intentional. The idea is really to simplify, to make it easier, to feel things better. Okay, now that that's done, we're going to go back to the exercise, the chair exercise, which won't be exactly the same, and you can also do this one in the pool. This is going to be for people who are a bit stiffer, which is why we worked on mobility just before. The idea is to try to point your thumb, this time towards the floor. Why? So that the bend of your elbow fits more easily at the backrest of the chair, so towards the floor. And then, after that, you just have to turn your hand, and it turns much more easily, much more naturally here. So when you do this in the water and try to bring your thumb in first, instead of bringing your fingers in more normally, it will gradually create tension in the shoulder because you're immediately putting yourself into internal rotation. Do this only at certain times and sparingly. You need to go gradually and calmly, and you shouldn't try to do it for an entire session. Some people naturally swim like this, at least on one side, and that's fine as long as you don't have pain. There's no problem. However, listen to your body and take it step by step if you've never done it before. You can first try it over 100, 200 or 300 meters in an initial session. See how you feel the next day or 2 days later, and then, if the exercise felt good, do it again and increase the distance a bit. So 300, 400, 500 meters and gradually build up like that. But really don't go too fast, because once again, we're really working in internal rotation, so it puts strain on the shoulder. In any case, working and mobilizing it like this also puts strain on the shoulder, so you always have to listen to your body. So back to the exercise. Thumb here, relax the hand and then do the flexion. Thumb here, the crook of the elbow placed directly, relax the hand and do the flexion. Let's start again. Same thing, we'll do 5 or 6. Once again, repeat the same process on the arm as before. Engage the muscles, then relax the hand completely and slowly move your hand down just as you did in the previous step. Engage, relax the hand, flexion. Engage, relax the hand, flexion. Engage, relax the hand, flexion. Last time. Engage, relax the hand, flexion. Okay. Relax, you can remove the chair. Now we're going to use the elastic band. So, working with the resistance band, either we go for the magic half skin version with the thumb pointing upward to guide the catch properly. Like this, engage, rotate everything and bend. Or you do it like we just saw a moment ago. You engage at the crook of the elbow so the thumb points down, then turn your hand. It's up to you to see what feels better, how you feel more comfortable. And we're going to try to do the catch. So I choose this option and then I carefully pull the arm as straight as possible. The arm finishes in connection, in contact here with the body, really engaging. You can choose whichever method you want, extend all the way to the end and really engage. You can do it in a robotic way. 1, I engage. 2, I rotate. 3, I bend. Or you can do it in a slightly smoother way. It depends on where you are in your learning at this stage. Come on, 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, same thing on the other side. If there's not enough tension, move back. Maintain a slight tension during the catch. There's really no need to put any more than that on the elastic. Then we accelerate with a gradual exhalation. Come on, you are doing great. You can do it. Just 3 more. 2, 1. Okay, let's go. That will be all for today. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or send me an email. I'll be happy to help. And if you want me to do more sessions like this or on a specific topic, feel free to tell me what you'd like me to talk about next time. You can also let me know directly in the comments. All right, bye. Keep making progress and enjoy yourselves.